And the question is, can Matheus Cunha, or is Matheus Cunha the key to changing everything for Arsenal this January transfer window? Let's find out. Welcome back, guys. It's all about Arsenal. If you're a returning gooner, you're welcome once again. If you're new to my channel, you are welcome. Today we're discussing a rumor that has been flying around social media. A couple of the sports journalists are talking about this particular one. Matheus Cunha, could he actually be coming to the Emirates? Let's get into it. This is a player that personally I find very interesting. I think he's very skilled, he's very confident. He's a player definitely on form for Wolves at the moment in time. I watched him against Manchester United. He scored a goal from the corner flank, and that is always an impressive thing to see. When players do things like that on the pitch, it just makes you know and realise how confident and full of zest and zeal they are. And is that something that Arsenal need? 100%. But the question is, could we actually get them? Or shall I say, get him from Wolves? I think Wolves are currently sitting just above the relegation zone. We know they've got a new manager, and with this new manager, they've won their past 2 games at this moment in time. But the question is that everybody's going to be asking, since they're doing so well, would Wolves be in a place to actually let go of their talisman, the main person who's making things tick for them up front? We know they lost Pedro Neto to Chelsea, so would they be willing to actually let Cunha go, knowing that they are just fighting to stay out of the relegation zone? As a coach, personally, that wouldn't make sense. But in the world of football and the world of business, a lot of things happen that we might not be aware of. One of the things that we don't know right now is their current financial position. If it would make sense for them to sell in January, I guess they would, but he definitely wouldn't go for cheap. One of the things about the January transfer window we must all know and realize is an opportunity where clubs can actually cash in and make a lot of money, because they're going to be reluctant to let go of their best players in the January transfer window. But let's talk more about Matheus Cunha, and could he make things tick at Arsenal? So he is actually a very talented player. We know that Wolves bought him from Atletico for £50 million. He actually plays as a centre forward, he plays on the left wing, and he plays on the right wing. And one thing we know that Arteta loves versatility, and having Saka out until March, we definitely need other players within the team to actually step up. But the question is, who can really step up? Jesus has been doing well, he's been a bit quiet at Ipswich, but we need firepower up front. Victor Gyökeres, not going to happen. Alexander Isak, I believe they slapped 150 million price tag, and that is Newcastle. Nobody's going to pay that in the January transfer window. I don't think no player is worth that amount. No matter how desperate Arsenal might be and other teams, I do not see Arsenal ever paying that amount at all. So Matheus Cunha is a realistic target for Arsenal. So you know he's 27 years old. Like I said, he plays in the centre, he plays as centre forward, he plays on the right, he plays on the left as well. He's got bags of experience. He's doing very well, and as you can see his Premier League stats on the screen. As you can see from the screen, as you see in this 24-25 season so far, he's had 19 appearances, 1 as a sub, and he has 10 goals at the moment. So he is actually doing well, in my opinion. I think that's very, very good stats for a striker, and I believe at this moment in time, this is the type of person that we would actually need up front. A player like him will be actually looking forward to a move such as this, although he's actually said in the tabloids that he's very comfortable where he is. You know, players tend to give that same old type of, oh, I'm comfortable where I am. Then soon as there's a big team sniffing for them, everything changes. But these guys, we know they are PR trained to say the right things. But I do believe this is a realistic move for Arsenal. My only doubt is that with Wolves fighting to stay in the Premier League, that might make things a bit difficult. But like I said, we don't know Wolves' financial position, and this just might be a good enough opportunity for them to cash in. We don't know. So let's keep an eye and ear out for this one. But what else do you actually feel about Arsenal's performances? I think the game against Ipswich was a bit flat, not much was happening. And to be honest, I knew that Ipswich would sit back in the low block. And after them losing to Newcastle 4-0, I didn't see them trying to do the same thing or try to play in the same style they did against Newcastle. It made sense for them to sit deep, but the worry is there was a lack of creativity even with Odegaard in the team. I think we can actually agree, having Saka out, it's such a big burden on the team, so somebody needs to step up. My only solution would be, let's see how Ethan Nwaneri can play on the right. Let's see if he can actually do something on that right hand because I don't see Jesus doing something. He's doing well up front, even though against Ipswich he had a goal which was disallowed for offside, but I still think he's pretty sharp. But no matter what it is, Arsenal do need to get active in the transfer window. Liverpool are looking strong. They beat West Ham 5-0, and to be honest, Arsenal need to win every game. And the times when Liverpool slipped a bit, we didn't take advantage. And we can't just be relying on Liverpool to slip. We need to take the initiative. They need to be busy in the transfer window. There's talk about Fabio Vieira coming back from loan. Don't see that happening. The president, whoever for Porto, Bailey, came out and said that that's not happening. He's well within their plans as well. That's not going to happen. There's also a move for Kolo Muane. I don't think he's going to be a good fit for Arsenal. I think they need a Premier League ready player such as Cunha. But let me know what you think in the comments. This should be a good move for Arsenal, but we really need to make something happen because with Saka out now, there's a lot of weaknesses in the squad. For me, this is where Odegaard needs to step up and just be on a creative max out at this moment in time for us to actually salvage and see what we can do for the rest of this league. But let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll check you guys in the next video. Peace.